Hello, hello, I'm the 404 guy, 7HE404GUI, back with some Kerbal Space Program, as usual. Before we get into this episode...
Warning. This program contains coarse humor and a sense of language that some people might not share. Viewer discretion is advised. But I bet that just makes you want to watch it even more.
Indeed, it really does make me want to watch it even more. Today, we're going to make the push to Elu. What is this crap? Ike. Ha. Tilo. Ugh. Wow, Tilo's 39 years. We're going to take longer than that to get to Elu. All of these will be refreshed by the time we get there. So I guess it doesn't matter. Besides, we've already accomplished as much science as we can possibly get in the game, so... why not? None. So we need a successful design, probably. So here's what I'm going to pick. We have... Dune. Wow, there's invalid parts on Duna Key, despite the fact that I have everything unlocked. Alright. Oh, I guess there was an update or something. Where's the thing for Jewel? I had a Jewel... thingy. Oh, there it is. Jewel Interceptor. Let's rebadge this as the Elu Interceptor. Hello, hello. All right. I'm not sure that this has enough fuel, but apparently they've done some updating to Kerbal Space, so I haven't seen any of this, any of the extra crap that they added here. If they added any extra crap. Ooh, that looks fancy. How efficient is that? Not very. How efficient is this? Also not very. I think these are just the same things with a different skin, actually. Now that I take a closer look, it doesn't appear as though there's anything new. What would be the locked or invalid part on the Duna Key? What did they take out? They must have removed something. Has to. Has to be the case. So something was removed, but I don't know what. So that's going to be interesting to find out what that is. This needs to be powerful. 100G combinable. Okay, that's 400G to get to Elu. That might work. The thing is, I don't know that this is going to be enough fuel to get to Elu, even. That's really risk-splacken. Risk-splacken? What the hell is that? It's really risk-splacken it, isn't it? I've just coined a new term. I don't know. We'll put on some extra fuel tanks, though, just in case, because you can never have... Oh, wow. There's actually a lot of fuel tanks to choose from. You can never have enough fuel. Right? That's... gotta be right, because I'm saying it is. Oops, that's not attached to anything. Whoopsie. Alright. So, of course, the journey to Elu starts with the careful preparation of some basic resources here. For without resources, we get nowhere. So let's... we want to make sure we got enough fuel. That's basically, actually, the only concern. Want to have enough fuel, we want to have enough booze, because it's getting close to New Year's. Okay, what is this crap? Okay. Hey, this'll tell us how fast it'll get us. Okay, okay. It's not exactly clear. What is this delta V at? C vacuum. How in a vacuum? Okay, okay. This will actually get us pretty good in a vacuum. We're looking to get to... I've never seen this before. I actually don't know what the hell this is. Looking to get to Elu if we can. Or delta V's. Huh. Anyone ever seen this this toolbar? Maybe they can tell me what the hell this is. 180 seconds. So this is predicting 758 seconds of burn. Let's see if we can change that. That's... okay, 700. 360. Okay, this is way more than... Okay, so this is probably double, actually. So that's not exactly accurate. So if we are on Kerbin at sea level, this one will actually... This will get us out of the atmosphere. And then this one will get us a little bit further. And then this is what we're going to use to get to Elu. Alright, alright. I can accept that. Whoa, hello. I can accept that. I think we have a winning design here. Nothing is concerning about this vessel, other than the fact that it weighs about 1,000 tons. Costs about $500,000, but hopefully our Jewel mission will offset that cost a little bit. Maybe we'll put some additional science packages on here, why not? For science, as they say. Oopsie, oh hello. Do it for science. In the name of science, I doth attach some extra crap. Get some gravity readings of Elu. We don't need surface scanning module yet. Don't plan to land, so that wouldn't be useful. Okay. I think we've got a decent Elu craft. This should... Emphasis on the word should. Should get us somewhere close. I'm just got to make sure that we take off at the right time. So yeah, they've done an update. I think they call it 1.6 now. I didn't actually pay too close attention unto what was part of the update, so if I seem surprised by anything, then I do apologize. Alright, how are we doing here? So we got to be on the other side of the planet, basically. Take off in the morning if you want to go high. That's what they say, anyway. Alright, we're good. Let's see how she goes. Alright, she is very loud. She is very loud. Okay, there we go. Offset this just a wee bit. Alright, so this is estimating, I guess, our ground velocity, or our surface velocity. This is actually pretty cool. I have no idea how this works. So that's going to be a bit of a learning curve, but... Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Ow, ow. Like, that hurt my ears. Ow. That was... RIP headphone users. Okay, we're going to have to stay backed out of this for a while. So this Delta V... It's actually not showing us anything. But... this shows us something to do with our Delta Vs. Look at this. That's fancy. Doesn't that look fancy to you? Looks fancy to me. This is actually telling us our specific impulse and what we can expect from our Delta V based on that, and based on the remaining burn time, I suppose. I'm estimating, but I'm like 90% sure that's what it's doing. Alright, orbit. We're still at 38,000. We're basically burning ourselves at this point. But the journey to Elu is long and plagued with plagues. And hairy stuff and hairy things that you do not want to touch. That is the journey to Elu. So with any luck, it will be uneventful. Whoopsie. Oh no, what did I just hit? Did I just hit something bad? I hope not. Okay, well anyway. As long as we're not warping. I once warped myself to death. Let's get rid of these guys. Cha-ching. Get rid of this. A bada bing. And, oh boy. It's gonna be tough. Get me out of there. There we go. Alright, we're good. Cha-ching, bada bing, baby. Alright, that's what they say. So this should be useful, at least, to get us out of Kerbin's sphere of influence. The severe of influence. Severe? What the hell am I saying? Severe? The severe influence of the sphere of influence, obviously. Let's get some solar panels going. I tell you what. Oh, what? It always destroys that solar panel. That is so rude. Oh well, we'll survive. We always survive. We're the survivors. This all looks good. Everything looks good. We have nothing to fear. Except we have everything to fear. We're missing a solar panel. I don't know what the hell. Why does that solar panel get destroyed? This is symmetrical. So the idea of one of the solar panels getting destroyed and none of the other solar panels getting destroyed is a little bit strange. Oh, wow. Okay, I kind of exceeded where I needed to go with that. We are halfway to Duna. This is our target. All right. It looks like Elu is going to be entering somewhat of a close orbit. We're 6.2 degrees off. All right, well, let's hit the exit point first. I guess that'll be our first target. Warp to the exit point. Then we need to burn prograde once we wrap it around the sun a little bit. That way we head towards Elu. Looking good, though. Looking real good. Things are shaping up pretty good there. Pretty good there, buddy. Yeah, pretty good there. I tell you. We need to break this out. Elu is a slow moving planet. So I think if we just do this, we ought to be able to get an encounter. Oh, look at that. That's actually very close. That is very close, actually. I think if we tune this just a wee bit. A wee bit? A wee fit. I do not own one of those. Ooh, that's pretty far off, actually. Come on, Elu's supposed to be the slowpoke. Okay, so Elu's going to be probably closing in somewhere around here. Wait, that's in 32 days. If I was to burn right now... I mean, Elu's a slow mover, so maybe... No, that's off by too much. Darn. We're off by about 6 degrees, and I really want to try and skip over that 6 degrees and not have to do it. What if I did it like this? This is just, yeah, that's way out there. That ain't never gonna happen, my friends. Ain't never gonna happen. That's about a year away, this burn? I don't know. This is, yeah, this is just basically testing. See if we can, I mean, that's a close approach. Maybe by some definition, but it actually doesn't work. We'll bring this down a wee bit. Can we get anything? Anything, bud? Nothing. Too far out. If we bring this in. I just want to contact you. I don't necessarily want to land on it. Though a landing would be frigging awesome. How was that? How far was that? Okay, that is still pretty bad. Alright, so now we know. Where are we here? We're here. Let's warp that a little bit. We have a very small launch window to work with here. So Elu's going to be coming in like this. Coming in like a wrecking ball. Oh god, I shouldn't have said that. There was this winter holiday movie with Seth Rogen. It's I think it was like The Last Night or something. Some kind of night. Something to do with the night. I don't know. It was pretty funny. Hashtag 404 recommends. Come on, we gotta be getting close. That is so far out there, though. Look at that. We bring that in a little? Just a wee bit? No. So I guess the first thing I need to do is fix this little issue with our ascending node. Let's de-ascend that a wee bit. Okay, 700 meters per second. That's 44 seconds of burn. That's wasting a crap ton of fuel. That's an imperial measurement. Actually, no. A butt ton is an imperial measurement. It actually has a definition. Yeah, Elu's just a tough nut to crack. Most definitely, though, we are going to have to change that. Whoa, that would be an awesome... that would have been an awesome asteroid to try and catch. Something from outside the solar system. Oh, look, there's another one. That'd be pretty cool to catch that. Like, send some kind of asteroid miner way out to capture some kind of asteroid from outside the solar system. Bring it back to Kerbin. Oh, man. the amount of money that would waste on a single mission. It'd be phenomenal. Phenomenally expensive. There's people who have tried to do like an escape trajectory from the sun, and they end up losing the craft because it can't actually simulate that far out. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. We're getting close, bud. We're getting close. We got, okay, that's a good impulse. This one's got a better. Okay. Thrust to weight ratio. Huh. That's actually pretty cool. It's got a thrust to weight ratio. It should have a thrust to mass ratio. That'd probably be a little bit more useful in this context. Is there a thrust to mass? Thrust to weight. Maybe weight is actually a calculation of mass of some kind. I don't know. Let's get going. Alright, so we're moving at about several thousand meters per second. We're making an adjustment to our ascending node. I'm going to bring it down to 0 degrees. Now, obviously, this doesn't get us any closer to Elu, but it gets us, you know, in a much better position with these things. A much better position to try and intercept Elu because we're going to be on a similar inclination. And that inclination ends up being everything when you're just blindly firing at the planet. It would have been probably better to draw up some orbital diagrams. Diagrams. Come on, you. Lovely, lovely. Alright, 0 degrees. Elu is still our target. It would have been good to drop some orbital diagrams and see if we can, like, I don't know, hit it somehow. Let's try this. Ooh, that is close. That is close. And you know what? I think if I just do that a little bit sooner, we'll have a real winner there. Let's check it. Ooh, too late. Too late. Too late, my friend. Too late. Gotta be later. Let's see. Can I get a what in the chat? Look at that. It's 3 years we're going to be... 3 years is the journey to Elu. Let me focus view. That's actually technically an encounter. That's very close. Oh, that's the wrong way. Look at that. Oh, yes. That is perfect. Bring it in just a wee bit. I know I keep saying that, but it's becoming a catchphrase. Ooh. Ooh. How heavy is this planet, by the way? I imagine it's pretty light. It looks pretty small. She looks pretty light, doesn't she? Oh, wow. I've never been to Elu. Never even passed it. Never even broke wind on the surface. That's tiny. That is like trying to hit a match in a needle stack. That is so far out there. Now, of course, we're going to collapse into the surface. What is that? 3 years, 294. 3 years, 296. So we could burn for a solid 2 days. That wouldn't matter. That wouldn't matter at all. That is the approach that we should be taking to Elu. Alright. Actually, you know what? Hold us in the normal direction. Anti-normal, I should say. This looks like a good approach, but we're going to have to be very careful with how we actually approach that. Our burn time is going to be excessively long. Let's warp to that maneuver about a year away. There's the maneuver. We just want to be right before that. Alright. So far, our journey to Elu is proving to be very uneventful. It's looking like we're going to be pretty good in the neighborhood. Alright. Oh, hey, this would be useful. Start mass, end mass. So we're going to be ending at 9.8 tons as our end mass. Okay, so these are kind of useful. Starting at 99.8, ending at 56.9. Okay, these are obviously staged incorrectly, but you know, Obviously, the end time, the end weight of this is going to be significantly less because we're going to be jettisoning these 4. Acceleration is going to be dog slow. Like, I wouldn't expect very high delta V's there. We should at least get something. Oh, hey, we finished a mission just by sitting there doing nothing. Oh, we're supposed to. Okay, that doesn't have an end, but this has an end. Uh-oh. Hold on. Just quickly, I have to finish. We'll call it a quick save number 8. I don't care. I have to go back to Kerbin real quick, because it looks as though I've forgotten something. Where's Kerbin? There it is. No, not view and track. Look at that. I'm going through Moho to contact Kerbin. Hold on. Focus view here, please. Alright, just one moment if you don't mind. There's Minimus. Minimus, if you don't mind. Intermodal's flying. There's Minimus thingy. I just need to really quickly send some science data for Minimus because that mission can expire, and that'd be kind of embarrassing. Thank you, Minimus thingy. Wow, this looks very useful. Transmit it. Do I get something for it? Oh, come on, what do I got? Recover science from space. Oh. My mistake. Just great. We'll be back on the road to Elu in just a moment. Once we clear this Minimus mission, which I apparently accepted in poor foresight. Hold on. This will be drained in just a second. Oh, come on. How far could this possibly go for? 6? It's not going to get to 7. We all know it. Okay, it got to 7. But it's not going to get to 8. It's just been sitting there for so long. Come on. There's no way to speed it up. It just keeps going and going. I mean, I don't need to watch this number. If anything, I need to do the opposite of watching this number. I just need to click the button. I don't care about one science, but at the same time, I want to see where it stops. I just transmit it. I don't care. Alright, we're good. Alright, back to our Elu mission. Where was he? Comm thingy, R2B2. Where's Elu? Comm. There it is, Elu. Switch to. Sorry about that brief detour there. We're now back with the Elu Interceptor. Getting ready for a burn towards Elu. Alright. Now, just how far away we are from our node. What the heck? Is that the node that we're going for? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, I think that's right. Never mind. Okay, it just looks wrong. Either way, we've got a 100% signal strength from like right across the darn solar system. So I think we can get to Elu and maintain communications without much difficulty. Alright, we have node in 6 days. Get us a bit closer there if you don't mind. If you don't mind. And if you do mind, then just do it anyways. This Elu mission is proving to be one of the longest I've done. My stomach is complaining to me. Alright, we gotta be getting close. Real close. We don't want to be on top of it, though, because that 2 hours I do not trust. Or that 2 minutes. That 2 minutes of burn time. I do not trust. I trust it somewhat, though, so I want to get kind of close. Alright, we're looking good. Looking just fine in the gold mine. Let's hit it. I should actually... I'm going to lock these. That way we ensure that we drain these auxiliary fuel tanks first. Ah, see? I knew it! This is actually going to have me switch. It's got to be down here. So I figured out these numbers actually mean something. The 3 means it's on stage 3, the 1 means it's on stage 1. It's actually very intuitive. So yeah, I didn't do any streaming over the last weekend. That would be the weekend just leading up to Christmas. That's because I had to go back to 404ville. The hometown. The thing about going back to 404ville is this isn't... Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh crap, something broke. What did I break here? Oh no, this stopped. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh no. Oh jeez. This is attached. Oh wait, there we go. Oh. Okay then. That was attached. But it didn't have to be. Okay, we're good. We're good. We good, everyone. We good. Alright, just a wee bit further. I know I keep saying that. It's going to be like my new catchphrase. These are getting electricity. That's good. But yeah, I didn't stream the last week. That's because I was back in 404ville. You know, usually I would try to get something out. What I did is on the YouTube channel, there's a couple of videos that I just kind of made for the holiday. There's Dr. Shiny Face singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. My favorite Dr. Shiny Face video thus far. And there was a couple of video compilations that I did there. For the most part, you know, the reason that I wanted to just kind of do that is because I knew I wasn't going to be streaming. If I wanted to stream from 404ville, I'd have to rip apart my entire streaming setup here. I have to transport it like 300 kilometers. And that would be for like 4 or 5 days. And during that 4 or 5 days, I didn't do much gaming anyway. I was working on my winter homework. And that ended up taking at least 40 hours of my time, and I'm still not done it. So that's, you know, it wouldn't have been very good quality anyway because the internet there is crap. So yeah, that's basically how that went. But I am here now, and we are so close. Okay, I think that's... I'm going to have to start tracking this very closely now. Wait a minute. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Hello. Alright. How far away is this? That's 2 years, 219 and 5. That's 2 years, 22 and 0. So I think we can probably... We can do it there. That works. I'm happy with that. Well, it'd be better to maybe point it this way. I can bring it to a lower altitude. We're going to make the big E. Let's bring it in a wee bit. Nice and close. That looks good to me. Looks like a fair approach. And now we warp for 2 years. This is by far the longest mission I've ever had to do. I mean, apart from the ones where I crashed halfway through and had to start over again. This has been... Like, I launched literally at the start of the episode, so this has been going for 30 minutes. Just to get into a position where we're going to intercept Elu, and that's a very narrow window of opportunity there. That's actually slightly closer than Jewel, which, that's actually pretty cool. You know, I don't mean to rhyme, but it's pretty cool that it's closer than Jewel. That's a very interesting orbit. You would think, though, at some point, you know, especially with this proximity, Jewel might potentially affect the orbit of Elu. That's where we have, like, scientists looking for Planet X around Earth, because the gravity, you would notice a change in the orbit because of the gravity. Well, in this case, Jewel's the heavy one, and so it should theoretically pull Elu just a little bit out of orbit. Maybe that's why it's eccentric like that. I haven't done the calculations personally, but I feel like this needs some music. I don't know. Music requests. Or I should turn this into an AMA episode. Because, you know, people usually don't like to ask me stuff, and I usually don't like to answer. But if it was an AMA, maybe that would change. What's some good music? Ooh. I've got a whole library of free music here. Let's see. Is this worth listening to? Man, it still has... That is going so slow. They need to introduce, like, another level of warp. Alright, hold on. The music's loading. Is this any good? Ouch. Oh, whoopsie. I broke something again. I don't know. That might be a bit loud. On our way to Elu. Look at that. 4,000 meters per second is our delta V. That is insane. I really like this new update, actually. Look at this. It shows us exactly... We're going to burn for 1,900 seconds if we want to get a delta V of 4,000 meters per second. That'll put us straight in orbit of Elu. I have no concerns about that whatsoever. That's gonna be clear. That's gonna be right in there. That is, of course, assuming that Kerbal Space Program doesn't crash, which it has in the past during critical missions. 210 kilometers is the equatorial radius. Wow. So actually, what's our delta V going to have to be here? Our escape velocity is 841 meters per second, so we need to be below 800 meters per second. Right here, we're going to be traveling, well, it doesn't tell us. Okay, these two musics are conflicting now. I'm going to stop that. That's going to be... I don't know, I want to estimate it's going to be like maybe a couple thousand meters per second. So if it is a couple thousand meters per second, we need to go at least 1,200. Which is going to be a long burn, but at least it's going to be something. I'm wondering if I should get out the little paper that I have with all the embarrassing crap that I've done throughout my life. Just tell a story of oh, I've got a good story of stupidity, actually, without having to pull out the list. Oh. But it's not me, though. It has to do with a relative of mine. This is a ghost story, very fitting for Christmas time. I'll get into that right after I figure out how I'm gonna get my orbit. Oh, wow, I've never encountered Elu before, so this is a first. Wow. Okay. You know, I guess I could have just focused view and done that, because there's really no merit in me zooming in on the planet like that. I just need to get an orbit. That's all I need. Can we bring this in? We can. Oops. And we can bring it too far, too. It's, alright, there we go. That looks nice. That looks nice and close. I like that. I can appreciate that, and I think that works. Let's, that's gonna be... 17 minutes of burn time. I'm gonna have to find a hell of a lot more to do for 17 minutes. Like I said, one of the longest missions I've had to do. We'll get it, though. But back with that story of the ghost story that I was going to talk about. So I have a relative that's kind of been a jerk to me for a long time. And they were over for dinner a few days ago. And we got into after-dinner conversation. Something got onto the topic of paranormal activities. And they're talking about, oh, there was ghosts in every single building that I ever lived in. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's not actually correct. But they were adamant that there were ghosts in every single building that they ever lived in. They lived in a prison. They lived in some dude's mom's house. And it's like, oh yeah, there's ghosts living there, and you know. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to keep an open mind on this. What evidence is there? And she's like, well, I had this sweater, and I lost it for like 2 months, and then it showed up on the table. Bearing in mind, she was living with another roommate who may have found... Whoa, yeah, what's that? Yeah, you can time warp while your engines are burning? Dude, don't just blow my mind here. Okay, so Alt dot. Holy crap. Holy crap on a pancake. No offense to any pancakes. I've been playing this game for about 60 episodes now, each episode on the order of about, what was it, like 30 minutes to an hour? So that's roughly 60 hours of live streaming. And nobody bothered to tell me of this fact. My God. Thank you so much, my friend. Oh, geez, this is an absolute lifesaver. Okay, so any other viewers that may have viewed this in the past, why did nobody tell me this? I guess people like hearing my stories. That's what I'm going to assume. But anyway, as I was saying, my relative's proof that ghosts were living in her apartment is the fact that her roommate found her sweater and put it on the table. That's kind of where that story was heading. You know, I didn't really have any words to respond to that. I just kind of left it at that. I didn't want to create conflict. But, I mean, I'm not really a ghost believer. I kind of make fun of the whole ghost movement. I have this this video that I'm thinking of releasing, but it might offend people. But it's like a paranormal activities parody. So for those shows that are like paranormal activities with like ghost stories and stuff, it's kind of a parody of that. But yeah, I admit that it is offensive, the actual video that I put together. But it's kind of cool. Oh wow, look at this. We're getting right up close to that. I think we got like another 1,000 to go. Looks like it. Dude. Patirole, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's an absolute lifesaver. Much appreciated, my friend. Okay, so it's Alt plus dot. Alt dot, and that allows you to time warp while the engines are running. I've been complaining about that for years, and it's actually a feature. I should have Googled it. Oh well. I mean, at least we're not going to be sitting here for 17 minutes. That's, you know, 17 divided by 4. It's like maybe 5 minutes. 4.5. So that makes me wonder now, since I don't have to jettison fuel to make this go faster. Could we land on Elu with this amount of fuel? I have a feeling that this could work. Except that it doesn't have anything to land on. Ah, we all learn something new every day. Except for those days when you sleep in. Sometimes it's like you sleep in until like sometime in the afternoon, and then it's like, yeah, I'm too tired to get up today, so I'm just going to sleep in the rest of the day. Although on those days I learn more or less the extreme power that comes with not wanting to step out into the cold. Okay, this is looking great. Alright, we are going to get orbit in no time. Here we go. Here we go. We're about to get orbit. 3, 2, 1, 0. Ooh. There we go. Alright, time warp is back to 1 times. We have encountered Elu. I don't think I gotta return to Kerbin. I just wanted to get something out here. It's more like a communications satellite so that future missions don't have to have such heavy communications devices. So as we can see, our current relay signal strength is like 85%, which is more than sufficient. Although I guess if I landed on the surface, it wouldn't work very well as a communications relay, but at the same time, I've never been to the surface of Elu. That is... You know, I've been to the surface of just about every other planet. I've been to Dress, I've been to Moho. You know, I guess I've never been to Tilo either, but Tilo is, like, extremely difficult to try and land on. But then again, Tilo's a moon, it's not a planet. Would I have the fuel to land, I wonder? I mean, the gravitational pull of this planet is pretty darn small, so I probably could. Although if I do attempt this, I'm going to do a quick save, because I don't want to spend another 42 minutes getting to Elu. Because I do need some kind of communications device here. Alright. Looking at the fuel, I actually might not have enough. I don't know. How much Delta V? I think we got a few thousand. Our Delta V, yeah, it's got to be a couple thousand. Yeah, look at that. 2,500. So I'd say we got, you know, more than enough Delta V. So I guess perhaps that could work. I'm going to quick save it anyway. Because if this blows up at this point, then I'm going to be very disappointed. We're going to go for it. Yeah, we got plenty of Delta V, we've got plenty of fuel. We're still on our auxiliary fuel. Oh, you think it can return to orbit too? That might be useful. Yeah, our acceleration's pretty good too. Because the Delta V isn't the whole story, the acceleration is also a bit of it. So 2.5 meters per second squared. The gravitational acceleration of Elu is 1.7, so that's going to be at ground level somewhere close to like 1 meter per second squared of acceleration. So that could pose a bit of an issue if I don't do it correctly. Alright, that'll be good. That looks like it'll work. Yeah, that could pose a little... Oh, look at my orbit. I'm going the exact opposite direction of where I need to. Alright, I just need to get close to that. I gotta be more careful with how I choose these orbits. As I remember, I think it was Ike. I nearly crashed into the side of a mountain despite being in what was supposed to be a decently safe orbit. Alright, let's give this. It looks like we'll be landing on the northern face. I don't like landing in the dark because I can never see where the surface is. Oh! Do you know if there's a way to switch the altimeter from above sea level to above ground level? That's something I've also been trying to figure out. Because it seems like there should be a way to do that. Above sea level makes absolutely no sense on a planet like Elu. There's no water. So I'm thinking there's gotta be a way to switch it to ground level altitude, but I just can't find it. That's something that's frustrated me for a long time, because sea level means nothing in space. Okay, this is looking good. I'll leave it there. But this doesn't tell me where I'm going to land. Is there... Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. I want to know my ground level altitude. Kerbal Engineer Redux. People have suggested quite a few mods to me, actually. For some reason, I don't know why. I feel like a purist or something, but I just never really got into the whole modding scene. Kind of like, I guess with some video games you install mods and they give you like a VAC ban or something. I guess Kerbal Space Program is an online multiplayer, so it wouldn't really matter. But I don't know, I guess it just kinda worries me. Well, that being said, I have modded the crap out of Euro Truck Simulator so that I could add a Love Live truck decal. That doesn't really apply in this context. So surface altitude is what I should be concerned with at this point. Looking pretty good. Oh wow, that looks pretty cool up close. Alright. I still have my doubts about getting back into orbit. Especially with the acceleration rate that this thing's giving us. What is it? 2.5 meters per second squared. I'll probably have to drop the auxiliary fuel. Like, this is the auxiliary fuel. I've barely touched it. Well, actually, I've touched half of it. But I haven't even touched my main fuel. This is my main fuel right here. That's the good stuff. Yeah, I guess I can transmit that. Babbage patch. That's interesting. Okay, pressure. I don't really need this science anymore. I've unlocked everything. But it's just... I guess I gotta pay for the spacecraft at some point. Oh, where's my thermometer? I swear I had a thermometer here. Okay. Well, we won't be measuring Elu's temperature anytime soon. We forgot the thermometer, I guess. It should be there, though. Huh. Alright. We are 300 meters per second surface velocity. Alright, 22,000 meters. 300... What am I going to land on? I'm going to be landing on an engine. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Okay, so this is direct... Well, it says it's direct to Kerbal Space Center. At 83% on Elu. I wonder how much that's going to go down as Elu goes higher in its regular orbit. Okay, I'm starting to get a bit concerned here. 51 seconds. I guess I can estimate the ground time. That's like 1 minute 43. Something close to 1 minute 40. Yeah, it helps to transmit science, but at the same time, I like to save up the science until I have one of those mobile data processing labs. Because the mobile data processing labs are basically like free science multipliers. You have one of those in orbit, you just dock the science thingy to that and let them do the research for the science. And then what happens is it multiplies it basically. So something that would normally be worth 100 ends up worth like 1,200. $2,000 to $4,000 is where ground level should be. Huh. Yeah. I mean, sea level pressure, it means nothing to me in this context. Let's slow this down a little bit. Alt dot. I love that shortcut. It is my new favorite shortcut. Let's keep this. Alt dot 4 times. Oh boy. We are about to hit the surface. Oh crap. That's not going to be good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. No, 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 no. Okay, jettison. Oh crap. Oops. Well, you know... I guess I don't need the time warp anymore. Yeah, that kind of broke apart at the last second there. So, oops. Oops. Now, there was one bit of foresight that I had before attempting this, you know. It took us about 52 minutes this episode to get to that point in our flight. I did say that the quick save would be necessary. So we will now pretend that I just did exactly every single thing that I just did in the past 52 minutes and got back to this exact same location. Sort of. Oh yes, I did land. All landings are successful. Just a matter of noting that not all landings are complete. I'm actually going to send some of this science data. So this says recovery 200, so multiply that by like 5. That'd be what a mobile data processing lab would get you. If you were to somehow get one into orbit of Elu, then you just basically keep the science, you dock with the mobile data processing lab. The processing lab more or less just multiplies it by 5. But in this case, I guess it's reasonable to upload that. I'm still. Oh wait, there's my thermometer. There it is, in the least convenient location. What does that say? Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible. There's no... Okay, yeah, that's to be expected. Whoopsie. Okay, I guess we're just gonna go straight into the ground from here. Because I wasn't paying close enough attention. Velocity's going to be pretty high here. Should do surface velocity. Nullify our surface velocity. And then this time I just got to keep a closer eye on that acceleration right there. Okay, this looks good. Oop, X. Too many buttons. Alright, let's see how we're doing there. Alright. Hey, there's a crater on Elu. Wonder if that's worth any points if you land in the middle of it. Alright, 400 meters per second. We're probably going to be burning this the whole way down. And let's do the alt warp. I just got to be careful with how I tune this in. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and get this like... I guess at 100,000 it'd be nice to be at 300 meters per second. So I'm going to aim for 300 meters per second at 100,000. I guess I can just blow past 300 and then bring it right back up once I get close to it. There we go. All right. Whoopsie. Ah! Alright, here we go. We're going to get it this time. If we don't get it this time, then I'm just going to give up. Or maybe I won't give up. Oh, that's not the key that I wanted to press. I wanted to press this one. Alright, actually we should be full on with this. I want to bring that right down to about 100 and then keep it at 100 until we get within, I don't know, a couple thousand meters of ground. While we're waiting for this, I should open up this fuel tank for usage so that if I do jettison fuel, it won't be the end of the world. Alright, it doesn't start using it immediately. I can open both of these. So our main fuel tanks are now ready to use. As soon as these run out, I just got to keep an eye on these. Alright, we are at our maximum time warp. $59,000 meters to go, descending at a rate of 100 meters per second. Estimate... I should get an estimate of time, shouldn't I? I've lost my calculator. Okay, estimating in my head. We have about 50,000 meters to go, roughly, sort of, 50,000. Traveling at about 100 meters per second, so 50,000 divided by 100, actually that should be pretty easy math, is roughly 500 seconds, which is close to 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm not going to do 10 minutes. Let's loop, and then we'll let this go a little bit faster. Where's a good spot? I guess 35 is good. Okay, and we're ready to jettison fuel at a moment's notice. Whoops. 500 seconds divided by 4, so that's a little over 100. Wait, why would it be divided by 4? Oh, time warp, of course. Okay. Alright, this is looking good. I just gotta look for my shadow, I guess. Because the shadow don't lie. That's why I like landing in the sunlight. If it was dark, I wouldn't be able to look for my shadow, and then I'd be scared. Oh. Okay, we're pretty close. It'd be useful if I could actually just jettison these, because then that would give me an altitude reading for when they hit the ground, and then I know when I'm going to hit the ground. Approximately. Okay, 15 meters per second. Let's bring it up a little. Alright, 5,000 meters. 5,000 meters and approaching. Whoops, let's bring that up a wee bit. Okay, let's turn off the time warp now. There's our capsule, we can see the shadow. Dancing with the shadows. All right. Get chance and luck. We're going to land this in no time. Well, no time like the present. Keep this stable, roughly around 10 to 15. That's where I want to keep this for our approach. Right, 11, 10. I guess we can drop that a wee little bit there. We're actually going to land with the auxiliary tanks intact. That's what surprises me the most here. Not the fact that I made it to Elu, but the fact that the auxiliary tanks haven't even been depleted by the time that we hit the ground. Okay. We're right at there. Right there. Alright, need better time resolution for this final landing phase. Keep it around 4.2 ought to be good. Because I'm landing on an engine, this is just going to have to be like a touch and go sort of thing. Just tap the surface so that I can say that I made it, and then try and punch myself back into orbit afterwards. Alright, dancing with the shadows. Let's get that. 4 meters per second. Ooh, this is going to be my first for me. My first time landing on the surface of Elu. 2 meters per second. What? Oh! We did it. We bounced. We bounced off the surface. We're now... Oh, no, we didn't bounce. We landed on the surface. Ooh, hello. Oh, look at that. It's worth 300 if I could recover it. That would be so good. Man, that'd be awesome. Oh, well, let's transmit it. Alright, so we got some gravity stuff. We got some pressure stuff to send. We got a lot of stuff to write home about here. And somewhere on this vessel, we also have a temperature sensor. What's the temperature like, bud? Cold. Actually, that's very warm. 389 Kelvin? How is it that warm? Oh, wait. It's probably from this. That would make sense. Okay. We landed on Elu. Now we just need to, we need... Oh, no. Did it crash? Oh, God. Okay, that scared me. It looked like it crashed for a second there. Oh, my heart skipped a beat. Okay. We'll retract the solar panels. We'll take off the surface and get rid of these auxiliary tanks. And then we'll say tanks for the fish and get back into orbit. And away we go. Let's try... Actually, I want to try and get a polar orbit if I can. Since I'm taking off from the surface, why not? Alright, these will be empty in no time. Huh. That's a surface. Ah, there's my orbit. Okay. And we'll twist that around as much as it needs to go. So, we're going to get this into a polar orbit, and that'll be it for our Elu expedition. Assuming we can get into orbit. I'm pretty sure we can, though. I don't see that as being an issue. It's down nice and close. Alright. Burn out the rest of this liquid fuel. Just gotta make sure I don't run out of electric charge, because I put those solar panels in. That's just because when I release these, they're gonna blow up the solar panels if they're out. Alright. Every little drop of fuel counts. I'm thinking I might try to get an orbit at like 12,000. Although 12,000 isn't the most utility of orbits. I should be aiming higher, I think. Because, yeah, this is going to be a communications relay. It makes sense to have, higher orbit. Alright. Dispatching the utility tanks. Tanks for the utility tanks. Tanks for the fuel. Extending the panels so that we have electricity. Logging gravity data. Because we can. Logging pressure data. Because we can. And looking for wherever I left that. Why do I only... I thought I put 4 of these on. I only put on 1. Okay, so yes, this temperature that it's reading is actually the temperature being induced by this engine. Alright, how are we looking here? 25. I kind of want to make that go a little higher. Let's make that 30. Make it 30. And then we'll burn when we get somewhere close to that. Well, I guess you were right. That was enough fuel to land and to get back into orbit. It's doing just fine, just splendid. And our communication strength is still 79%. So that'll get an orbit of Elu. So let's take a look at where Elu is now. Right, this is that short little window of opportunity when it's closer than Joule. So I'm guessing when Elu gets out to here, it's going to be like practically no signal. Or maybe it will have a signal. That's kind of what I'm worried about. It might be like 10%, but it might be a signal. I have a lot of Delta V left. I really over-designed this thing. Whoop. Where's my orbit? Oh, I have an apogee. Whoops. Yeah, I really over-designed this thing. Look at that. I have 986 of liquid fuel. Like, the main fuel tanks weren't even touched. This is the main fuel tank. That's still, like... What is that? Like 80%. So just to recap the actual design that I did here, I'll just reopen it and show how completely overkill that spaceship is there. Once it loads. Let's see, the Elu Interceptor. Elu. There it is. Look at this thing. What is this, like 6 of these mad engines here for the takeoff? And then you have the Rhino engine for like another significant portion of the orbit adjustment. The reason I chose the Rhino engine is because of that specific impulse. I mean, 340 specific impulse for the amount of thrust that this thing gives is awesome. And then the final one is this little orbiter thingy with the nuclear engine, because the nuclear engine is like the other. Well, the nuclear engine is the most efficient engine operating in a vacuum in the game. But it's okay. Wow, we can get. I just transmitted science data from the surface of Elu. Ah. Wow, I've got a lot more of these now. I think I can do this one pretty easily. 87-year duration, that's mostly free money. This one should be mostly free money as well. Alright. Anyway. That would appear to be that. We made it to Elu. We landed on Elu. We got back into orbit of Elu. We still got nothing left to unlock here, yet I am curious, as I saw in the vehicle assembly building, what is the invalid part on the Duna key? If I have everything unlocked, then why is this complaining? Locked or invalid parts? Okay, so MK2 lander cabin. MK2 lander cabin. Isn't that's MK1, MK1-3, MK2 cockpit. Ah. Did they change the MK2 lander thingy? Okay, yes, the Ion is the most efficient vacuum engine in a vacuum. That is correct. The Ion is the most efficient in terms of that operating in a vacuum. But look at the thrust on this thing. 2 kilonewtons. It would take me a year to get to it would take me a year to complete the delta V on that. I'd never get there. Or I would get there, it would just take a couple of years. Even with the warp. A couple of years divided by 4. Although I did manage to get a collision course with the sun, I didn't get anywhere close to the sun. So there's the administration building. It hasn't been upgraded in any way whatsoever. If I wanted to sell some science, I guess I could. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this episode. That was a lot of fun. I made it to Elu for the first time in my life. I guess next episode is going to have to be something even more ambitious than Elu. Maybe I'll finally try landing on Tilo. Oh wow, look at that spaghetti. Look at this thing. This is like... It's like one of those stringy looking things that people do where they make the funny patterns with string between their fingers or whatever. I don't have a lander on Dress, so I guess I should go there. I've been there in another sort of thing, but it wasn't very interesting. But I guess that's going to be the next one. And then I guess after that I have to land on the sun. I've never landed on the sun either. That's going to be a very significant design challenge. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I'm the 404 guy, 7HE404GUY. I appreciate everyone tuning into this episode. Feel free to follow, subscribe, or whatever. I don't really mind either way because I don't get paid for this. But thanks for tuning in either way. Have a great day anyway. And thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a great day. I think I said have a great day like 7 times just now. So you're going to have a really good day. Made it to Elu. I'm still not entirely convinced that that's something that is difficult, but it was difficult for me, that's for sure. I guess by the numbers, the mission did not quite pay for itself. Wait a minute. Okay, the mission barely paid for itself. Oh, hey. I just found my favorite sweater. I think a ghost must have brought it in here. That's pretty cool. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.